Happy New Year, everyone. Have an arena stream. Um, Hiking to the fourth seat. It looks like I probably like yellow best here. Yellow is just the most interesting color, so let's go two ship tiles in the game. Means that I'm probably picking nomads here. Okay, so it's a high coin game. There's three power tiles, which means that halflings will always get double spade if they want it. There's a priest in the game. That could fall to their spot, but I don't think that that's super likely. Um, I think that engineers are very powerful in this color wheel. I also think that halflings double east is probably their best bet here. Um, Mermaids likely end up with temp ship in round one. Um, that's always good for mermaids. Halflings also, like, the benefit of halflings is that they can always get single dig because they're in the first seat. Even if for some reason all three of the power tiles go, halflings will always get single dig. Also, if all three of the power tiles went, they would also be getting the priest, which is very good. Um, but I think that engineer's game plan has got to be more robust than that. This is interesting. I was considering going to nomads. I feel like I've lost to nomads a fair amount lately. Um, because I've been undervaluing them. But I don't think that it can possibly be correct to just start with nomads here. I think as engineers, I would love to just start on the three power one worker, uh, see if all the spades go, and then just open double temple. And if I get double spade, then I double spade. Um, but otherwise, double spade, two dwellings, and temple TP. Um, but otherwise, I think that it's probably pretty fine to go temple temple one dwelling, if that's possible. Who knows if it is? I wonder how this player is rated. Okay, they're actually a strong player, and they decided to go with nomads. That's very interesting. This is like a type of game that just looks kind of weird in terms of the track. Like late towns and late TPs are just kind of generically good. This round three dwellings round suggests maybe a shipping game plan um, for nomads. Nomads have decent shipping options. If they get this B2 hex, then they go B2, 2 ship, B4, G4. I mean, halflings are here, so G4 might not be as safe, but. And I think as nomads, I would probably start E8. This is probably my last one on NGs for now. Let's take a look at the mermaids game plan. Funny. I was just talking about the mermaids game plan. So this coin tile is in the game, which is good news for mermaids, especially with this ship tile in the game. I think that NGs and halflings are less likely to be interested in this ship tile. So I think that it is a pretty solid mermaids game. Mermaids will also always get one spade if they wish in round one. It's not clear how much they'll value that, but who's taking what? All right. Nomads, if I were nomads, I would I'm always taking either priest or temp ship as nomads. Nomads will also start on E8, and there's very likely going to be leech happening here. And there's a chance that halflings double east, which makes it so that you're very likely to get these two hexes. I'm just wondering if you can get away, like if you're going to get enough leech to take double dig without passing for a power tile. If you take priest and just go temple for probably earth one, or probably fire one, priest. That's three power. You only need two more power, so it's not terrible to go for nomads, I think. The pastels are pretty good for mermaids who, like, they often will want to build a sanctuary because sanctuaries make 3 towning easier, but except, like, I'm just thinking I would be pretty tempted as nomads to go start with temp ship, buy the priest, and just build G4, E8, B4 in round one, and then hope to get like a coins action as well. But if you get denied the priest, that's pretty tough. I don't see any reason why anyone would deny the priest other than maybe halflings. But halflings denying the priest means that they lose out on a spade in round one, which is one of their best things that they can do. Um, so I think that the temp ship line is, well, like I am really wondering like who's gonna get this priest to air, who's gonna get this priest to earth. Those are the two priests that matter in this game. This priest to fire means nothing. Um, but I did say that I was interested in mermaids. Hey, you passed Squid Games into hope of more torturous action here. Yeah, thanks. I appreciate that. Zivok, what's up? Happy New Year. Um, are you first in arena yet? I didn't see. Okay, back on mermaids. I think that I'm like I love double east halfling, so I think that I'm pretty tempted to just pass on to them at this point. What do I even want? Like, I think that like the one thing that's slightly awkward is that the spade event is in round two, right? So um, my ideal as halflings, right, is that I get the priest and then I can dig, build 2 dwellings in round one, and send priest to air. But that's almost certainly not going to happen. And even if you buy the priest, like if you buy the priest, then you lose out on the spade, which is a bummer. Um, I'm just still interested in trying nomads. I probably don't build the stronghold, but that really does make it pretty tough to get a second town without advancing digs or something. And there's like not a lot of workers in this game either, so I don't really I don't really see how we're making tons of towns. Like we're probably getting one up here if we beat halflings shipping wise, and we're probably getting one down here, and maybe we can carve this one in the middle. But otherwise, this is just like a good shipping lane. Mermaids have got to be better, right? But are they really like that much better than halflings? All we have to do as halflings is just stall our town until this round. But so is it just Earth One then? Like it's just secure the spade, then temple for Earth One, build 2 dwellings. But then engineers do just go off in that case. I think I still kind of like nomads here. And if I do see everything else just happen, then I the mermaids game plan to play for the ship VP tile is still pretty solid. Like I just don't see halflings being that bad, but their ceiling is relatively low. Like the strong part about halflings is that their floor is very high. Um, but I kind of think this is the type of game where I might just go for Earth 1. I guess Earth 2 is still pretty good as halflings because you get this boost of coins, and Earth 2 helps with those coins. So if we're mermaids, what are we taking? Like, okay, so let's say that we're nomads. Then we start with the temp ship. We try to buy the priest with our first action, right? Um, and then we just try to do a 2 ship strategy. And then at that point, we just play for coins. We probably temple for fire 1. And we just play for like this stuff here. Mermaids, our game plan is what? Just if we don't get temp ship, then we don't get worker power, then we're stuck with the priest. That's actually pretty lame. We could try to get double dig, but like that's also kind of lame. So I just don't love the opening there, even though like your future expansion is quite good. You could get to 3 ship or something in round 3. Um, I think that the risk of getting leech starved in round 1 is just a little strong. I think that the nomads just open temple, get to 2 ship, build a bunch of stuff is quite a strong line. So even double temple actually with nomads is pretty good, right? Actually, double temple nomads looks quite solid here as well. Also, like, there's no guarantee that we keep this hex, right, as nomads, so. I do think if I get bit off, I'm probably just going on halflings now. But I don't love it. I guess one of the things about NGs is that if you literally just commit to making like a 2 temple round 1 and then pass, you definitely get double dig in round 2. And then you're just quite happy from there. Your biggest risk from there is probably just missing out on a scoring favor. Maybe like missing out on water 1 in round 4 because someone else beats you to it or something. Like NGs, their ability to make things work with relatively few resources is very good. Like if I'm mermaids and I like temple for fire 1 and then I build all my stuff during these 2 rounds, and then I build a TP in round like to end up this round, so I have tempo on water 1, right? If I pass before engineers, I'm probably still taking a coins action. Then engineers, it's like, are they coin starved? No, they just temple for water 1, and they don't really care because they don't need that many coins. So that's the strength of engineers. They have a lot of resilience to not needing the coins action as badly. It's still good for them if they get it like in a key round, but I've played so much double east halflings in the last like last year. I played so much double east halflings, and I'm on the verge of doing it again if I get bit off of here. Um, I guess the other thing with temp ship is that you almost always get a coins action, or like you always get 5 power priest if someone takes away the priest from you. So that's another positive there. Okay, we're doing it. Now the question is, do we play G4, G4, E8, F3? Like those are all options. I think that I probably start D3, E8, and then depending on what halflings do. Um, well, let's see if halflings play center. If they don't play center, then I don't need to play F3, right? I think I'm always going here because of the leech possibilities, but I kind of like G4 more than I like F3. Actually, that was probably a mistake. I was probably supposed to place G4 instead. Whoa! Well, this is very hostile to halflings connection, so I think this makes halflings F7 even more likely. Unfortunately, this also makes it less likely that I get D5, or that, like, mermaids aren't here, so now NGs are very incentivized to upgrade here. I think I would be thrilled as halflings here to be playing F7. It's definitely better for both me and halflings for them to go double east, but we'll see. Actually, it's not that obvious that it's that much better for me, I guess, because it's more that I don't have to worry about like fighting for shipping in the center. But Double least halflings does make a leech party, like me getting leech here, much harder. I also think, I guess now that I think about it, mermaids are pretty likely to dig F4 early in the game, so F3 becomes better. Um, we'll see what halflings want to do, right? They do center, so that's lame. I was talking about a big game about temp ship before. Now I'm just tempted to just go double temple, like buy coin. Like, this is. I was supposed to play G4. Mermaids were supposed to play D5. And this was all supposed to look very different. And now double temple looks better to me. It's a game with good cult rewards, and the shipping is still going to be there for me later. Mermaids will be very happy to get temp ship, but then I can just profit by getting leech off of this hex. All I need is a worker's action. No one should really contest it. So then what do I take? I probably just take the priest. I could go air 2, earth 2. And we're just going full jank now. Engineers take the coins, which I never expected in my life. So Mermaid's going to get double dig to open the game. They're going to dig F4 to get into the center of the leech party. Really nice. They'll also dig C1. Yeah, I don't think that anyone should be stealing my workers here. So I think double temple, priest to air, earth 2, air 2 is the play here. Maybe earth 1. Because the thing about nomads is that their double temples require earth 2 a little less simply because they have this E8 thing going for them. Halflings deny mermaids the double spade. No, they don't. Okay. I don't know what this halflings player is really thinking. I don't really understand the temp ship. Like, certainly they're not going to go for 2 shipping here, right? I guess they only need 1 spade anyway, which is what I was saying before as well. Okay, so I'm not getting leech here. Mermaids didn't take temp ship. I was thinking that they would take temp ship and come up here, but it does look like now I'm just upgrading F3. And then I'll get the workers later. All right, priorities: priest to air, temple, workers action, and then maybe a coins action as well. It does look like halflings will probably beat me to one of those power actions, but ideally, I think if I were halflings, then I would want. I mean, by taking the coins, engineers really took themselves out of the race, like the need for a spade. Like, they've so transparently tipped that they just want to double temple that. At this point, engies might even take workers because they're at a point where they can single dig and double temple, which is really frustrating. That actually is very helpful. Because now engies don't get any more leech this round. So now they can't double temple and buy a spade. Or they can't take the workers, double temple, and still have enough left for a spade. Alright, let's buy the workers. This was most important. Like, I could be a little greedy for leech here, but I'm not going to. We'll just take this. I will get some leech when I throw the priest onto air, and then I will just buy the coins then, hopefully. Assuming halflings don't take the coins, which they very well might. I think Earth 1 is perfectly fine for halflings, and honestly, this is also quite nice because they do get to pass safely onto yeah, I mean, halflings will still get to pass onto wait, what did mermaids do? They just built a dwelling? Okay. Fine. Fine. I'll upgrade here then. Oh, the jank is real. Okay, so Engis are gonna... Engis could pass now and just secure double spade next round. No one's taken the priest yet. So I could still go priest and then 2 ship and g4, but that's... seems quite nakedly bad. I think I'm supposed to just do this and send the priest to the air cult. Is air 2 actually good for me, by the way? If I'm Engis, I'm probably buying the priest, sending it to earth. The earth priest is very valuable, but passing is also fine. They could take temp ship, and then they would only build 1 dwelling off that temp ship, admittedly. They could pass temp ship, spade this, and then double ship, come down here, but I don't know if that's that great either. Mermaids would love to get onto temp ship, because then they can hard dig c1, d2, a4, all while getting this priest to fire. Just getting really real for a sec. Do I really care about this air 2? I think I do, simply because turning g2 to... Well, like, how much do I care about g2 right now? The question is, like, how many hexes do I get to build next round? I guess I'd be able to build g2, i7, and that's worth it. And just pass for this guy, which is just... It's confusing. Nonetheless, I'm going to be the only one with 2 priest production. So no one else having priest production is good news for us. I think we're supposed to pass for worker power here. The question is just, is it Earth 1 or is it Earth 2? I think it's Earth 1 simply because I can only build 2 dwellings anyway, G2 and I7, right? What's Mermaid's round look like? It's hard dig, or it's coins action, hard dig, build 1 dwelling. So it's a pretty short round for Mermaids. That means that they would get on temp ship for round 3, which is very good news for them. But I don't really care if Mermaids got onto temp ship for round 3. That's fine. We'll just take Earth 1. It'll be okay. It's okay to take Earth 1 sometimes. Is it okay to take temp ship instead of worker power? I think the answer is yes. We'll see where halflings place their spades. They might just go e5, g4, but I kind of think that they might go for g6 instead. Um, or like e5, d4, in which case getting to g4 would be like a nice bonus. Um, there's like no chance that I'm getting more than 2 dwellings down anyway. So why don't I just try this? Um, I will be advancing my ship later anyway, so I guess this speeds up my town, but I'll get there. This sets up my dwelling round later. I will definitely want to build I7 during the dwelling round. We'll see if it's e5, g4, or if it's just g6. I really disagree with halflings placing in the center, but it does look like they've gotten a lot of leech for their troubles, so. They do take g4. Okay, so they're just giving up on this town. They're just I don't so I disagree with this for lots of reasons, but one big reason is that I don't think that this is a town if they don't turn this hex to yellow at least. So they are thinking it over. Um, so I mean that's fine. I will just ship up to b4 then. Yeah. So mermaids will take the coins. NGs will put priest to earth, I think. Wow, they just take d4 now. Okay, it's fine, I guess. So mermaids take the coins, which means I get priest to earth. That would be pretty sick. Sweet. Getting priest to earth is really solid. I don't need to advance my ship for b4 anymore. I can just do that next round. Getting this really nice position on this cult. So now I've essentially locked up 2 second places is very nice, I think. Mermaids could go for this time. Oh, I'm going to get a 2-for-1, right? I'm almost certainly getting 2-for-1, so we're going to do this. If I get priest to fire, I'm taking it. However, mermaids are likely taking that first. So I will settle for second priest to earth, maybe. There's the workers action we expected. Mermaids will put priest to fire. And then I will go... Do I go priest to water? Or do I go priest to earth? Earth is probably just a more valuable cult for us. And this comes with reasonable potential for simply... Oh, shit. I forgot to down convert, so I missed out on a half coin. NG's advanced ship, so... There is some world out there where... Okay, didn't expect that. It's a dig round, so I thought that mermaids might come over here. But I guess mermaids are looking at double temples, so that way they get the priest production they need to go 3-ship next round. For mermaids, the magic number is 3. As for us... Halflings are going to get into a shipping war with us. That's a problem. Yeah, that's a real problem if they decide to go for a shipping war. So if they passed, they could have passed onto worker power and double spade. Double spade's a good way to build even more work, more stuff, but halflings are being a real pain in our ass. And problematically, they might be beating us as well. Okay, mermaids just passed for the priest, which makes a lot of sense. I was saying that they might go double temple here. The spade war is a big problem, or the shipping war is a big problem with halflings if they beat us to B2. So if they advance ship now, well, let's figure things out from here. If they pass, then we're okay. If they advance ship, that's how we know we're in trouble. I think I might have made some mistakes here. Honestly, I should have just gone for Earth 2. Earth 2 would have been much better right here. Okay, halflings pass. So they're going to advance their dig instead of shipping next round, I think. That's definitely good news for us. In which case, they should land on worker power, yeah. Okay. So we don't need to do a shipping rush. And we don't need to worry about B2. But honestly, I would like B2 anyway. I'm just not getting a lot of spades. NGs are beating us to the double spade next round. So what I need is I need 2 ship advances and a single spade to get B2, A5, B4, B1. Can I get that next round? I don't think mermaids are interested in spade actions. I don't think halflings are interested in spade actions. So I think the answer is yes, I should be able to get that. The question is just how much econ do I have? So in that case, I want to land on one of these 2 guys. I don't need the coins action. I just need like some pastile magic. So ideally, I think I get the dwellings VP tile, but we'll see how NGs opt there. They take the coins. Okay. Yeah. So this game plan is just telling me to go for 3 ship only gets me 1 hex. So I think the single dig is vital for us. We can do this and still be guaranteed single dig while absorbing some leech. But I do think mermaids are going to open with the shipping or the coins action so that they can advance ship twice and come up here. I don't think that they're going to worry about single spade. And if they do, then I'm kind of boned. I guess I'll just buy workers and hard dig instead. I would just do B2, A5, B4 in that case. It's not the end of the world, but it's also pretty bad. So NGs, their spades will probably go G3, E9, right? Okay, mermaids do take the coins, so that's a good sign for us. Halflings hopefully just begin by advancing digs, as opposed to like sending priest to earth or some nonsense. Right? Yeah, they just advance digs. That's good news. They will get the 2 key town, but I don't think that we were ever really in contention for that. What was that? Was that a hard dig? Oh, they want to secure I-10. Okay. I mean, that's fine, but this... I don't think that they're beating engineers to H6 or I9, so this is... Oh, they need this for their town. Fine. This is a sanctuary town. I forgot that they had F4. I was like, this is... I-10 is a hex, but it's just a hex. But they should be getting it, pending what halflings do. I'm actually quite curious about this. I also quite disagree with mermaids building this TP, especially if they're planning on hard digging here. But maybe they didn't have. I guess mermaids didn't have enough leech to take the coins action without this TP, and that was the rationale there. But the TP and the hard dig have put kind of a bummer on their. Well, not too much of a bummer, right? I mean, I would just be advancing ship dig here as halflings like every time. They may be considering building a TP on F5, but yeah, they just advance their digs. That's good news for us. We get B2 like we wanted. A5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We're going to use up all of our coins this round and hopefully land on the engineer's pass tile. They're going to have a long round, right? So, Engi's being very trusting that halflings aren't coming here, but I guess why shouldn't they be? Engineers have 3 actions left. I have, and they're on the pass tile that I most want. I guess landing on this would be very good as well, right? We probably shouldn't be that concerned. And honestly, whoa, wait, halflings advance ship twice? I thought that they were advancing digs. That's quite annoying. Okay, so they hard dug. And they're going to hard dig B5 as well. That's just so bad. Yeah, they're really screwing me, but like, I mean, I guess this tile's in the game, right? So, congrats. Okay, so I'm going to get B4 at least. I'm going to advance my ship, and if they dig this hex, then they just blow 3 workers on it, then I just build B1, and then force them to make suboptimal decisions to back up their plan. Yeah, this is quite bad for us, because this does not look like a town. I just don't really think it's worth it to try to force out a sanctuary town over here. So now it's a 1-town game plan unless I can get I6 versus engineers. And that probably involves a coins action or something. Or like that involves advancing digs, which is not easy. NG's probably builds, they just pass. Okay, so I am going to get this, which is very good for me. Because there's no way that mermaids should go without building, like... Halflings have only upgraded ship, not digs. Yeah, I realize that now. Whoops. What was that sound? I don't know. Oh, I guess this door blew shut. I opened it today. Close all windows now. Yeah, I closed it. Yeah, I just basically assumed what halflings would do, and now next round I don't get a pass tile. That's fine. I don't think I expected one. I mean, I still got 7 dwellings down. I probably shouldn't be too sad about everything. I think that I can probably just afford Sanctuary Water 1 here. It's like Sanctuary Water 1 followed by some Priest to Cults. Mermaids can Temple Water 1. They set themselves up for that. Yeah, I think I just Sanctuary here. It's probably not worth it to send first Priest to Water or anything like that. Engineers losing Water 1, probably not a big deal because they're on the TP pass tile. That's really nice for them. We don't have tons of other ways to make points because we're really short on town space. Water 1 rush incoming? Yeah, I mean, I think Water 1 rush is incoming. Like, mermaids have set themselves up for Water 1 this whole time, right? So engineers voluntarily gave it up, but I think that they saw that coming, given that they passed for this pass tile. They're just gonna build a crap ton of dwellings, probably including I6 and G1, which kills this town. I just don't really see any way that I should be coming for I6 right now, right? Like, I guess I could go for I6, actually. Like, I technically have the stuff I need if I put Priest to Air. Then I'll have, like, just the right amount of power left over to try something, like, triple dig this hex. But then I haven't even built this hex, so, like, that just feels quite wrong as well. Where should these go? Because right now I have a 1 town game, and that just doesn't feel like enough points. Like, look at how many points halflings have got already. We also want to stay in this round for longer because we want to outlast halflings. That seems pretty feasible from where I'm standing. So let's put this priest onto the water cult, where there seems to be other action going on. By the way, Engis did not choose to go for... they did not choose to go for advancing ship and building I6. So if I get a little more leech, then the triple dig on I6 becomes a little more interesting. Maybe in a future round, like, if Engis pass for temp ship, obviously I won't do it, but if I can set myself up to triple dig this hex after I can, like, single dig this hex or something this round, then halflings should probably just go priest to water. I'm just going to give them some free advice. Mermaids want a bridge, so I think that we should probably see a bridge forthcoming. Oh, engineers need hexes still. Wow, they didn't even advance ship to come to here, which is really strange to me. Where did halflings send their priest? They sent to fire. Okay, well, that means that I get the last priest to water, which is very nice. I think that this could be like a second, first. Maybe this is a third. That would kind of suck if Engis do wind up getting the Okay. NG start building their TPs. We're going to put our power in a way that we appreciate. I'll down convert a little bit because I think that mermaids are... Well, mermaids are probably buying the bridge next. It's fine. When halflings pass, I'm going to take their pass tile. Okay. I think... Would mermaids want the 2-key town? It looks like... Probably not. Okay, there's that pass. I kind of think that it just behooves me to take that pass tile. It's a tough spot. I think what I want here is single dig E3, then TP. I want to be in good position to... Yeah. I don't have to rush myself for that specific pass tile. Even though it's probably... Actually, the mermaids one is the best, right? So... Okay, there's the double spade. Yeah, let's see how much tempo mermaids give themselves for this town. I'm curious. NGs will have the first dibs, so they will get the... Because they can build TP now, right, on these two hexes here. It's probably TP temple for air 1 is what I would do as engineers. If I get a single leech from mermaids, then I will down convert to make E3 happen. Otherwise, I'm going to do worker to coin. Because I just want to get this TP going. It's one fewer step to the town, and I do think that I personally feel like it's kind of important to me to get at least an 8-pointer here to consolidate a little bit of cult position. So I want to have that tempo over mermaids. Ooh, this is one hex I really did not expect. I think I'm still doing worker to coin, actually. Come at me, guys. Okay, mermaids just pass. They're 3 actions away from a town if they don't take fire 2. But they also might take fire 2 to just consolidate this cult. I am 2 actions away from a town right now. Or 3 actions right now. And I am just going to do this. Oh, mermaids really wanted that pass tile because that's the best one for them. That makes sense. Yeah, they got 7 points off that dwelling pass. Fine. This is not a super track-friendly engineers game. Or, like, it's not super synergistic what they've done. Okay, so they give halflings the coins action. Interesting. They could have upgraded C2. Well, I guess halflings were going to get gifted the coins action no matter what. So then halflings will probably double advance digs and then build these 2 guys. I could let them town through here. I could also try to stop them from towning, but I don't really see too much of a benefit there. And will they make another TP on like G3 or something? They don't. That makes sense. They can save some for the final round. All right, so okay, so mermaids will prioritize fire too. That makes plenty of sense. It's going to be better than air 1 this round. NGs don't have a second hex to double dig, so they're probably going to advance ship and then build this. And I probably am just going to let that happen. I think that I want to town fast. I really want to get an 8-pointer in there. And if I can get the 2-key town, even better, but it's probably an 8-pointer. But I think that these 2 towns that go away are going to be an 8-point town and a 9-point town. I don't think I'm outlasting mermaids here, so I think that the ideal move for me is to make a TP, get my town, and then just pass. I think this is an 8-pointer. Like, this water cult is so valuable right now. I don't really see any reason why I shouldn't be in the 8-pointer. That also, I guess, could make sense because they're on the ship VP tile. Fair enough. I think we might see this NG Stronghold followed by 2 bridges. It seems pretty fun. As for us, what do we want next round? I think what we want is we want to pass and then take this TP pass tile. And then take the coins action, advance digs, and just go to town from there. Is there anything I can do to still benefit my economy? I think I'm done. The only thing I can do is just try not to waste these priests by, like, I can't really send them to cults efficiently anymore, but I could, like, just bump Earth twice to close it. I think I can stay in the round long enough to close the Earth cult, but I don't know if it's worth it. Let's just do it and see what happens. Yep, I was right about the stronghold, so that's pretty interesting. Halflings advanced their digs all the way, but decided to make a TP instead of digging dwellings down, which is odd to me. I guess they're maybe thinking that they're going to go for 2 towns this round. Doesn't make a ton of sense to me. All right, we are passing now. Um, I think that I'm kind of letting NGs pass me on air, but I did win the Earth Cult as compensation. So, Scoomy, what's up? Yeah, Happy New Year, everyone. Stronghold would have been good, but bridge first. I mean, Stronghold did happen, right? I'm missing the context on Zivok's comment there. Um, I kind of think that means that there's still a chance that I get I6, but like I probably just am not supposed to really be thinking about that anymore, right? Like it can't be right for me to actually try to covet I6 anymore. Yeah, I strongly disagree with these TPs from halflings here. I would like to write a very strongly worded letter to Cavendish 451 over these TPs. Okay, so maybe this is like 14 cult points. That's okay. If both mermaids and I probably don't get any points here because I eschewed fire too. Halflings, by the way, want to. Oh no, they're on temp ship, so they're going to build H3 this round, and they'll probably cult dig away H1. Super annoying. Should I let NGs get away with winning network? I probably shouldn't, right? But how do I make sure to get this hex? I mean, if I take it next round, who's bridge blocking me? Important questions, right? Because I could just begin the round by hard digging I6 instead of taking the coins action, and then it's not clear if taking a coins action is better than just. I will accept this leech. I'm not sure that it does me anything, but I also don't think I'm going to win or lose by 3 points. And if I do, then bully for me. I can't really do anything to keep D5. Halflings are done. I'm not playing for the double spade anymore, but I don't really want any. Like, I don't care about this D2 leech. I can't really take that anyway. So yeah, I'm supposed to just pass. Such a sick engineers game. I'm very tempted to just take A9 next round. It kills a halfling's town. Like, halflings have now actually really hurt me because I was thinking that I was going to get B6 like through my dig advance game plan. So now I'm tempted to just take A9. My cult spades are simply going to be used to like just get hexes for myself. I have some network ambitions, so I think I transform A1 and I8, and then I just hit A9. Um, or A8. I guess halflings, they probably want to secure this hex, right? If they really want that town. Honestly, the right move, arguably, if halflings really want their town, is to like, wow, okay, they just pass, fine. I will transform H3 and A1 then. Those will be my two hexes that I turn. I really want to hate on this halflings game, but honestly, they've played it pretty well. And it looks like NGs have outlasted mermaids here. Well, we'll see. Mermaids can advance ship, buy priest, send it off. NGs can go dwelling, TP, priest. So, yeah. So mermaids did get outlasted. NGs will get the ship VP tile. Mermaids will. They don't have a cult spade coming. Can they dig out this town? That would be. Let's say it's 3 dwellings. That's 3 workers. 2 TPs. That's 7 workers. They can get 1 spade from the power spade. Oh, they're advancing their digging. That's interesting. So they need 2 spades. Maybe that's 2 workers or 4 workers. So 4 workers for spades, then 3, 7, 8, 9, 10. They're a little short on coins, but they have this coins tile, so they actually do have a 3rd town. That's really, really cool. You would have built 2 dwellings more as halflings? Yeah, I mean, I have my double cult spade coming. I do, but I'm not going to use it to disrupt anyone, right? I'm going to just build my own shit with it. But I kind of sense a 4th place incoming, simply because I didn't fight for my towns. So, NGs are going to spade, presumably here, or just like in a random spot, like D7 maybe. And actually probably just A3, right? A3 and I6. Like, I don't know how much I can really hurt engineers here if I like take away I6. This is a definite hex. Because I really want to reach H1. But I could transform this guy to red. Or to... Actually, it would be to gray. That doesn't help us. Yeah. Alright. It's just here. You know what? We're just going to try to build to massive network. We're just going to try to build to 15 structures and see if it happens. That'll just be what we try to do. And whatever halflings do here, like, I'll just let them do it. We've probably got enough stuff, right? This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 workers. But I've only got 4 hexes, which is a problem. Only 14 workers. Now, how do we take care of that problem? We need a dig. Do we just spite dig this hex? Like, we need a worker anyway, so we need a hex anyway. But then I don't have enough stuff to build the rest of my stuff, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This represents a single spade right here, right? I'm being offered the single spade. Where did I get this from? I got this from F2. That's about as good as it gets. I need a hex. I'm struggling to see why this is wrong to do. But I just don't really want to get messed with by halflings that bad. Or like I just don't really want to let halflings profit off of me that much. Because like if halflings do get this town, they might just beat me. Especially if I don't get this. How much leech would I get from halflings? I would get 3 leech, cheap leech from halflings, right? I'm gonna accept it, and I'll just single dig this hex. I really want to get to that network amount. I think I have enough coins, right? This is 5 coins plus 9 coins is 14 plus 5 dwellings. Yeah, that's 24 exactly. So I have exactly the right stuff plus 2 priests. So G1 is a town. You're right. G1 is a town. Maybe I should be thinking about that, but then I need to beat Engis to this hex. How am I beating Engis to this hex? Like double hard dig? That doesn't sound right. Double hard dig is 7 workers blown. 7, 8 bridge. I can still get bridge blocked, right? That also definitely caps my structure count. We're talking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It does hurt engineers a little bit. Because they have enough for 1 more spade. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just letting them get 4 hexes with Earth 1 and win network does seem a little wrong. But I also just kind of accepted that I've already lost engineers. I just don't really see how I'm beating Engis. If I blow 7 workers, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, I just get a town for my troubles. It's tough, but I'm just gonna vote against it. I think I'm gonna go this line. I'm not gonna go for G1. I think the right time to dig would have been I6, right? I could have double hard dug I6 instead. I guess I couldn't have because of the coins thing, but anyway. Curious what other people think, but because it's really not clear to me that I made the right call there at all. Ooh, shit. Mermaids have advanced digging. I should be more scared of not securing my own hexes now, but we're going to feed mermaids some leech, try to build our hexes. If they take away H3, then I probably just advance ship and come for H1. But our priority is going to be G2, H3, then upgrade over here, and then build H1, something like that. Halflings do not have fire too, so they might just... All that they have left is just building TPs and dwellings. Oh wait, no, that's not true. They have another town. They have this town. This is 3 workers, 6, 7, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, they just buy the workers here. They fail to connect, but I don't regret this too much because I did need a hex. I straight up needed a hex. So I think that's as good of one. G1 single spade, you're saying, and then get the bridge from the halfling's leech. Ooh, I do like that. I do like that idea. I didn't see that. In that case, though, I think that probably the right place to put the cult spades was G1 then. And then let halflings leech, and then I single spade this. Like, I put 2 cult spades here, right? And then... Anyway, I don't need 2 for 1s anymore. Let's do the math one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I have 22 already. I'm only building 3 more dwellings, right? Yep, halflings did secure the workers, so they're coming here next and then building 3 TPs. They're a little short on coins, but they should be able to get the leech from somewhere. Yeah, single spading and getting the leech from halflings would have been a pretty neat way to do it. And mermaids are going to continue to give me some leech if they're still trying to secure their natural blues, so... Yeah, halflings are probably realizing that connection is not as good as this 11-point town. Fortunately, I have like near 0 cult presence, so that's not helpful for them. So I would love to get some priests onto the fire and fire cult specifically. Especially, I think halflings are probably going to go up fire soon. But mermaids are advanced their digging once, which troubles me. They might just start hitting my hexes now. If they do, then the last, like we said, like the last thing turns into a ship advance. They buy a priest. Okay. Well, that's 1 more natural yellow that we have. If I needed this leech, it would be amazing, but I don't need this leech. It would all just turn into like a ship advance or something when sending my priest to cults is completely fine already. Mermaids did not accept the leech, so that's worth noting as well. Is there anywhere where I can upgrade that doesn't give multiple players leech? This spot here gives 3 players leech. That's kind of cool. Big econs this game. I personally think that I caught a bad break this game from halflings' decisions. But it might have been worth it for halflings. Like, they certainly don't seem to be paying the price in terms of like the points right now. So, eh. Mermaids probably don't want this much leech. It does give engineers free leech, but eh. Don't really feel like giving halflings leech right now either. They want that leech to make their town, so they might send priest of fire here. If they do, that sucks because we just got last on fire. But our temple could be for fire 3. Yeah, that priest of fire sucks for us. Actually, mermaids should lock it out. Okay, that's a little better for us. That priest for fire is also really dangerous for halflings because that puts them in grave danger of not making their town. They now are dependent on getting leech from a friendly opponent to make that town at all, which I don't think is what they actually wanted. I now no longer have any pressure to send any priests, so... I have enough to ship advance, I think. I will have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I only need 10 more coins this game. By the way, we can tie Engineer's Network by hard digging this hex, right? Is that the right move to hard dig the Engie's hex? I need 5 workers to make this happen. Am I even close to competing with Engie's? I think I am taking this 2-for-1, because this 2-for-1 could turn into a worker. And a worker is not too bad. Yeah. If no one gives engineers the leech that they want, which halflings cannot give engineers the leech that they want, mermaids are not going to give engineers the leech they want. I think I'm supposed to hard dig this hex. I don't know if I'm that competitive with Engies, but I'm beating them on most of the cults. So they can only send 1 priest right now. I think I did what I was supposed to do. Halflings will probably send priest to air. Or I guess they could go priest to fire. G1 would have been better than not towning and hard digging. You are completely right, Zivok. That is completely right. I was thinking a little bit about that. Like, yeah, like, because this hex would have blown up 2 of Engie's. But, and like, they couldn't have really responded, right? They could have tried to go a little more culty. But the priest had gone, like, already at that point. So I do think you're probably correct there. At this point, is this supposed to be fire? Is this supposed to be fire 3 or just air 1? I think it's supposed to just be air 1 now. Also, I did not need to take that leech because I already have that power, right? Like, the power from air 1 would have made up for the missing stuff. But yeah, you're totally right. Basically, I didn't see everything coming. I didn't see that there was any way that I could really beat Engie's on network or tie Engie's on network. But in fact, I am tying them on network. They also didn't get to 3 shipping, which is really clutch. So that takes away several points from their pass. So they're going to pass for, well, they're still passing for 6 plus 9 plus 4. That's 19 points. So we're going to be at 131 after the pass. We're going to tie on network, and I'm going to beat them by 10 on the cults. Um, without thinking too hard about the math here, it strikes me as possibly correct to go 2 priests to fire followed by a ship advance. Oh wait, just kidding. I need to build this last dwelling. So, um, we can do this and 2 priests. That's probably the best. Yeah, 131 might still be too much for us to overcome, but eh, this ship advance has got to be better than fighting halflings, who I do think I have beat now. So all right, I think I'm in striking distance here. Oh wait, no, we're beating engineers, aren't we? Phew. All right, looks like we had enough stuff. So all right, so Zivak, you're saying that G1 would have been better than not towning and hard digging. So my problem there is, do I get bridge blocked? Like, mermaids ended up with 3 stuff. Like, they could definitely have bridge blocked me, right? Would that have not been a good move for mermaids? Like, engineers ended up with 3 stuff as well. So, like, if I block them here, why don't they just respond with, like, a. Like, then I can't mess with them other places. So, why don't they just respond with a bridge block as well? Like, it takes me quite a while for halflings to, like, give me this leech that I need. Um, I do think that what you stated was the highest ceiling play by far. Um, but I think in this case, our opponents had just few enough points that this wound up working out for us. They can block, but now I essentially did the same. Did I? Maybe I did. Maybe you're right. You could be right. Anyway, it was a lucky win. There was a lot of luck involved here. But I'm never going to apologize for getting lucky, right? So luck is part of the game. Luck is a skill. And you just have no bridges left. Ghostly, you don't need to build a bridge to block the bridge though. Um, you can take this action just to deny it from the table. Um, I found that out from when I had like when I started playing this game. My friend placed all 7 of her priests to cults, and then she tried to take that action, and it let her do it. This was before like all like the loud warnings that BGA would do all the time. Um, yeah, you didn't think I had it? Well, it's all right. It's just like the Squid Games, you know. Like sometimes like the underdog is going to come out on top and just come out and really bring out all that murderous energy, right? Like that's it's just like Squid Game. Quick look at what we did here. We took a fair amount of leech, but I think that 2 of these leeches that we took were at the end of the game, right? We took 1 to get that single spade. I do think that there's a chance if we don't take that single spade, maybe mermaids want it. Um, so this is one of the key decisions that we took. We decided to take 2 big leeches toward the end of the game, or late in the game. Um, anything else that was interesting that we did this game? Well, we didn't do an amazing job on the track, but honestly, like we were only 6 points behind, and we managed to do that with Earth 1, Water 1, Air 1. So that feels fine. We did get lucky on the bonus tiles. That probably has to be noted. Um, yeah, I mean, like we got unlucky with halflings, right? I think that there's definitely a world where halflings just double east here, um, and then I get easily 2 towns, maybe 3. And I think that the fact that we only got 1 town is probably like our punishment. I got a bit lucky that halflings did not contest network. I mean, I will say that halflings tried to contest network, right? Like they went up here to ship for some reason. But you're saying like they didn't place H3, right? They could have placed H3 and God for H1. Um, but it is true that I got lucky in that sense. Yeah, they could block 2 yellows. I definitely got lucky in that sense. In that case, I'm definitely trying to push for 3 towns, I think. And I probably just get bridge blocked. But like I think that halflings like trying to contest network is the wrong play for them too, right? Maybe it's the right play if they just like sit there and hit yellows and grays and like they just try to get everyone down to 14 structures only. Maybe that works out for them. But it definitely is true that I got a little lucky there. I agree. Um, but I mean, I think that I got a little unlucky that halflings decided to go to 2 ship, right? Like, I feel like that was clearly a digs round because they had like it was the dwellings round, so they managed to build 2 dwellings here. They could have built 2 dwellings here, and then they would have had digs advanced already. Like I don't know. I'm like I whenever I see yellow in the game and I'm halflings, I go double east, like almost always. But clearly, some other people disagree with that. Um, well, it's all good. Thanks for watching. Thanks for chatting. Happy New Year. Hopefully, it's a good year for the TM stream, and we get to play lots of games, and everyone gets to do well. So, we'll see you around.